evening, everyone. So this was actually by Block, and I want to say Block is like Square. So Square became Block, and then now Block confirms Cash App breach after former employee accessed U.S. customer data. I want to talk about that. This is probably the third story within this month. And like in last episode, that this is something related to like an employee access, which has breached the whole company. So what do you guys have to say about this one?
I'm just annoyed that Square changed their name to Block.
Well,
Me too.
They get sued for it too.
Like, that's a dumb name,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Mm.
Like, allegedly, they had a good brand and like Square, okay, I get it. And then they're like Block. It was like, that's not any different. And it's a
They went 3D.
Yeah.
Right, I know. They went 3D. They added a dimension, and like, so when I mentioned Square earlier, I guess I was talking about Block, like, because whatever.
Yeah.
Ugh. So when I first heard this story, I thought this was going to be a very spicy story because I thought transaction details were going to be leaked from Cash App. And Cash App is allegedly the preferred way of baby daddies paying their sugar daddies paying their sugar babies. And I thought we were about to find out like this would be like Seeking Arrangements or Ashley Madison all over again. I thought we were going to find out a whole lot of like politicians that were paying like random girls on the side for like, you know, whatever. But that's not the case. So this is a much more boring story about like how Cash App had some like finance data about like stock investing, and that's what got stolen. And so, you know, maybe we'll find out about like some shady stock deals that happened, but you know, sugar babies are safe in this one.
Yeah.
What we have seen before in especially crypto attacks is that even just knowing who the biggest accounts are it's a big deal. So I think I've read here that they got that data at least, and so they're going to be able to. They know which accounts are big, which account have the money. So they're going to be people are going to be this. I think the subject of some focused attacks.
Still having to disclose the silliest security flaw is something they would regret for a long time. I mean, even if non-critical information was compromised. Like we often point out, there should be a straight, let's say, protocol with clear steps to follow whenever an employee ends up a work relationship with its employer. Because despite having established a close relationship with employees, when they leave the company, you have to consider that they probably know at least how the company is structured. And of course, threat actors will surely be on the hunt for that.
Yeah, the theme for this story is that this is the third one this week where the attack came allegedly from the inside, right? We got this one, we got the Vivo one, internal feed, and the
MailChimp.
the MailChimp internal tool. So these are all internal threats that happened.
Well, I think what's interesting across all of those is that a lot of businesses try to build an unhackable box, and they layer security and infrastructure trying to secure the company, but they put very little effort or focus on the people. And they may be protecting the people, like, hey, you have to have multi-factor and all that, but they're not considering the people's motivation. And it's a very different scenario when you have to protect against a human and when they turn into an insider threat. And that's, I mean, that's the hard work of getting employees to spot insider threats. You really can't have software spot insider threats. I mean, you could maybe do it, but the best defense is having coworkers spot insider threats. Like if someone started, asking really weird questions about like, hey, how does Justin Bieber's account work? Then, you could flag that and you could spot it. So I think there really is a case to be made that like, one, you should pay more attention to your employees. And then two, you should be training your employees to spot when someone's potentially going rogue.
Agree.
This has been an episode of Bourbon and Data Breaches. If you liked everything you saw today, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you hated everything you saw today, it's not our fault. And I blame it on insider threats.